I bought $11,000 in gold in the past year, and then this happened. Welcome to Silver Heist. Thank you to our returning subscribers and guests. We're a channel that likes to buy physical gold and silver, and we like a coin with a good story. If you like those things, please subscribe. Over the past year, I've bought over $11,000 in gold, and I wanted to share with you whether it delivered as promised and my experiences in buying this metal this past year. So we all go at our own pace. There are people who buy a heck of a lot more than I do, and so I don't try and keep up with anyone, nor should you. So what happened? For those new to the channel, I'm not afraid to share a cautionary tale or to admit if I was wrong. I'd also like to think that we can celebrate in each other's successes. So while I don't consider myself a role model, I do talk about things that you won't hear from other gold stackers. So there's a lot of nuggets of information throughout the video, and I hope you stay to the end. Those are some of the gold eagles I bought this calendar year, and this is some 4/9 fine gold that I've also purchased. But this is not the format of the $11,000 in gold that I want to talk about. But no matter what format, the benefit that I want to get for my gold and silver holdings are an alternative long-term retirement savings that will keep up with inflation, outpace inflation perhaps, a diversified investment outside of the stock market that reacts differently than stocks when certain economic conditions arise, to protect me from big stock market drops that can wipe out your future retirement savings that could take years to rebuild. So I had one rollover IRA from a previous employer that I had rolled over to a major brokerage account. I wanted to get that money less exposed to stocks and more exposed to gold. And so in December 2019, I started to sell off some of those stocks and buy the GLD ETF. So let's look at 2020 just to show what happened in these different asset classes. So the stock market took a big hit in February and March of 2020. The S&P 500 dropped over 30% in rapid order. As a comparison, silver also went down 33%, but gold only dropped 11%. So that's a reasonable expectation on what happens. I think as that occurred this year, some people thought that gold would immediately go the opposite direction during that couple week period. But that's not really the way the markets work this year or perhaps other years. Now, I did not anticipate this, but the stock market actually did come back in 6 or 7 months. I thought after such a big decline it would take a lot longer, like perhaps years. So that I was not anticipating. Gold came back very quickly, and the stock market came back slower, but it did come back. What I was trying to do was to take a certain portion of my retirement savings, get it away from stocks so that I could avoid a 30% drop, and position that in gold. So I got ahead of a little bit of it. I got out of stocks in December, a little bit more, I think, in January, February, before the big drop. But then I sold some stocks halfway down and then at the bottom. So my account, which was made up of some stocks, gold, eventually no stocks, it did not drop as hard as if it was stocks alone. It bounced back quicker than the stock market, and in the end, it's about even with where it had been if I had left it alone in stock. So never would have anticipated how fast the stock market came back, but the gold did deliver. So if we look at the individual components of what I'm holding today, my gold holdings are up 22%, silver, SLV up 41%, gold miner in the form of AEM is up 52%. So the whole portfolio from what I purchased, the different components, is up 24%. But because I sold stocks and then 2 days later bought something else, I didn't buy low, sell high. I sold stocks high and bought gold high, or sold stocks low and replaced them with gold low. So what this delivered is that it's delivered me less volatility. It did not drop as low as if it was in stocks alone. It gave me a positive performance for the year. It's given me some peace of mind that it's positioned for the future in case there's another stock drop off of 20-30%. And it also gave me some peace of mind by taking action and being responsible for my own decisions rather than just leaving something alone without taking activity. So I'm not a day trader. I frankly would probably hold certain mutual funds for 5 or 7 years. So this is repositioning one retirement fund into something that's a little bit more metals based. So I bought $11,000 in gold for my retirement fund, and then this happened. I protected my wealth. I avoided some of the stock market drop, and I'm up for the year.